Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fiscal Talk. Today, we will be talking about very important part of fiscalization in France, and that is fiscal reports. I have my dear colleague, our legal consultant, Stefan Ditrih, here with me today, and he will be sharing his expertise and knowledge on this very important topic. Stefan, welcome to Fiscal Talk again.
Hello, Theodora. Thank you. Always a pleasure talking with you.
Absolutely. So please, let's jump straight to the topic. I know all of our audience is very keen to hear the expert information from you. So the first question I have is, please tell us more about the mandatory fiscal reports, what they are, and what are their obligatory parts.
Okay, thank you. So one of the requirements of French fiscalization and French fiscal rules is storing of data. The data needs to be stored in a way that allows for certain closing periods. So obligatory closing periods in France are daily report, monthly report, and annual report. So your POS system needs to be able to provide these three reports. So end of the day, end of the month, and end of the year reports, basically. So these closing reports need to have a totaling function. I will talk about that. There are two total values. One is grand total and one is grand perpetual total. They are both mandatory elements of the closing periods. So what's the difference? The grand total is the total for that period, the period we're closing. So if we're closing a month, so it's end of the month report, our grand total is going to include the turnover just for that month. And the grand perpetual total is a counter that counts the turnover from the starting of the use of the POS system. And so it never reverts to zero. It's always continuously counting. So both of these totals are included in these reports. So the grand total, once the report is finished, it resets to zero and then starts counting again. But the grand perpetual total never resets from zero. Apart from these counters, some obligatory elements are number of the report in a sequence. So it's important that all the transactions in France are sequenced, so they're numbered in a sequence. So both all of these reports, so daily, monthly, and annual, have their own sequence. So the report has to be numbered. It has to be signed. So they're signed, chained, and sequenced. So we have the sequence number, two total values, tax specification, which means how much tax has been charged in which tax brackets, payment specification, a date and time of the closing period, and store ID and POS ID, which are also mandatory to be included in these reports.
Great, Stefan. Thanks for giving us this detailed information about what fiscal reports are mandatory and what parts are mandatory. The last question I have for you, I can definitely say that, is how long these reports have to be kept.
Okay, thank you. So in France, the regular time of saving data, or the time period that you need to have your data stored and saved, is 6 years plus till the end of the current year when the concrete report was made. So apart from that, so daily reports are kept 6 plus the end of the current year, but monthly and annual report are kept permanently within the system. So they have to be stored in the system and archived outside of the system for security reasons, so they don't get deleted.
Great. Thanks, Stefan, for sharing this detailed information about fiscal reports in France. I know that to all of our audience, our retailers, POS providers, or anyone who is looking for more fiscal requirements and information on fiscal topic, this was very valuable and important. So we will definitely have you again in our fiscal talk. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And to all our audience, like I say always in the end, comment and subscribe to the channel and let us know what are your thoughts on our fiscal talk and what is the topic you would like to hear from us. Why? Because we are here to help you have an excellent fiscalization process. We have experts working day in, day out on these topics, and we're looking forward to sharing this information with you. Besides that, do not hesitate to visit our fiscal portal as a unique online fiscal library with all important fiscal information. With that said, we're coming to the end of our today's fiscal talk. So until next episode, we will see you soon. Goodbye.
Thank you. See you. Goodbye.